Question for all the professionals out there. Do you spend your drive to work thinking I could be doing more than this? Wondering why at one point when you thought that this career was going to be the be-all and end-all, suddenly it isn't? Have you ever thought, if only I had the time to consider what I'd do next? Now is that time.
Hi everybody, my name is Barry Coakley and I coach professionals just like you to redefine the future for themselves, to not be defined by their current role, but rather to look boldly into the future and to find a new role, a new way of living and a new way of working which really brings fulfillment and allows you to achieve all the things you want. And how do I know this? Well, I've been in that position. As you can see, I'm a doctor and trained for years to be one. In fact, I was a GP partner for 15 years. But during that time, I realized that something was missing. It wasn't that being a GP partner was wrong. It was just that it wasn't everything to me. There were other things that I wanted to go on to achieve. And that's exactly what I did. And since then, I've gone on to work in system leadership right across the health service, working in organizations with a workforce of many hundreds, serving patients numbering into the millions, and dealing with budgets of into the billions of pounds. And why do I tell you this? Because I understand that sense of feeling stuck, that sense of not quite getting to where you want to be. When you feel like you should, when you feel like you should be satisfied. And before anybody gets too excited and says, hang on Barry, what are you telling me, I have to quit my job? No, nothing could be further from the truth. The key part here is to find the elements of what your role is that really gives you energy, that really fulfills you, and double down on that. But also consider, what is it outside of your current job, your current role, your current profession, that also could build, that also could create that bright future that you're so eager to have. That's the point of this. What I urge you to do is to create time. Create time to allow yourself to take your thoughts into that space, to be daring and bold, and say, look, if I could do this, what would I do? And with that in mind, I've created the next chapter reflective guide, which you can find a link to either below this post in the notes or on the link on the screen in front of you. Click the link, download the guide, and give yourself the gift of a few minutes dedicated to your future. Don't just drift. Don't let the next 5 or 10 years go by and you look back and realize you are exactly in the same place. You haven't achieved the things you wanted to. Take this time to assess where you are and assess where you would like to be. Now, at the end of this process, you'll have a clear analysis of where you are, what it is that gives you the energy, what are the positive aspects that really fill you and make you come alive, and how you can direct that into your future, into a future role or a future avenue for you to explore. Armed with that, you can then take those steps, those first exciting steps to your bold new future. And if that's all you need, well then great, I am so excited for you and I wish you every success for that bright future. However, if I can support in any way, then get in touch. Let's have a conversation. Spend half an hour talking about what your ideas are, what came out of that reflective guide, and where you think you might go. If I can support you on that journey and walk with you, giving you support, encouragement, ideas, and a little bit of challenge along the way, then I'd be delighted to. So I'll leave you thinking about that, and I'll also leave you the two words that I often end these posts with: never settle.